happening, everybody? Welcome back to episode 3 of this series of the Hive on Pokemon Emerald Seaglass. We're all locked in, ready for the third episode of this. We're getting through it now, over halfway, still enjoying the game. Ready to talk some more about this and see where we've got up to again. I think we're probably a little bit more linear this time than last time because that was all over the show.
Yeah.
Ace,
We
how
will
have you
see
been
it.
finding it? Where are you up to? What's going on over there?
Yeah. Just want to say wagwan to the people then. Tell a man Uncle John. Gotta like where you get your shoes from. I tell a girl Jacob John. Shout out to Jacob John, innit? You know what I mean? That's all from me to start episode 3. Spooks, what you saying, big man?
Tell a man Uncle John. I said, where you get your shoes from? Tell a man Uncle John. That's all from me for episode 3. Rushy, you're telling me.
I don't really know how to react to that. What a tangent we've already gone on, and we're a minute 30 seconds in.
That's how we do it over here, baby.
I'm all good. I'm all good. We're here. We're back again, as Max said, for episode 3. We're locked in. We've got gyms 5 and 6 today. We're over the halfway point now, in terms of playing. So yeah, we're making our way through. We were just speaking before this, and we're just saying, as much as we are enjoying it, I can't wait to start on something new. Something we've already got it planned in the future. What we're going to be moving on to next, but
Yeah, boy.
we're still here with Seaglass at the moment. So let's get into it. So, Mac, do you want to take us away? We might as well get straight into things.
Yeah, so I'm not exactly sure where to start because I think we all finished in different locations last time.
I think the best thing to do, bro, is start us off with them spin wheels, innit?
Yeah,
Start us off with them spinny wheels, innit? Them fidget
right.
spinners, innit?
So for me and Spooks actually did a bit of a, literally as my spin wheel says, a swap this episode because Spooks has got that no poker centers and I got swap. So for this episode, I had to change the team up a little bit. So Zatu and Medichamp were dropped from the team, put into the box, and likely probably never to be seen again. And then I went through because I'd finished up the last episode near the starting town. So I went through that route because I knew I could get another Rolts there. So I hunted around a little bit for a male Rolts. So now I've got a Gallade on the team. So we've got the bloke version coming into the team there.
Very nice.
That's cold. Oh, I'm so jealous.
So yeah, that's nice, and that kind of filled in for Medichamp quite well because I've still got a psychic fighting type there. So literally like for like swap, that was perfect. And then to fill that other spot, now we've got the sunglasses or whatever they are to go into the sand, run up to Route 111, which I guess is probably the right place to start on this episode ish. So I went up to there with the glasses on and went and grabbed myself a bowl toy. So that is what the team is looking for like for this episode. Spooks, how did you find your spin wheel?
My spin wheel, obviously, like Max said, we swapped, didn't it? It was a little bit of switchy. We were trading the apples in our lunch, innit? So, you know what I mean? I traded in the green apple, he traded me the ruby red, and we were going for it, you know what I mean? And also is that after we traded our spin wheels, we actually ended up with the same Pokemon. So I got that Beltoy as well, and I call Beltoy Annabelle because I thought with the psychic doll horror kind of theme, do you know what I mean? Annabelle's a little bit like a paranormal kind of horror movie, so I thought, do you know what? What's fitting? Beltoy looks like is a toy, so we've called Beltoy Annabelle. So Annabelle is on the team. Obviously, I know that you lot are wanting to see Andrew the Sandshrew, but unfortunately, as you've seen the papers, Andrew is boxed up at the moment, and we don't know when Andrew is coming out.
Free Andrew, man.
So free and Sandshrew win batten, isn't it? It's one of those ones, isn't it? Oh, Ace,
Christ.
tell me, how did you get on with your spin wheel? What did you get again?
Yeah, I got a pretty straightforward one, which was Klutz. Nothing too difficult. It was a returning challenge from the last series, and basically my Pokemon just can't hold items. Which, if you guys remember, I did actually have a shiny Pikachu on the team, which was holding a light ball, and it was gonna come with me. It was gonna come with me to the champion to the end of the game, but at this point, I just thought, oh, do you know what? I can't use him. I'm not going to evolve it because I actually found out you can't get a Alolan Raichu in this game, which I was quite shocked about because I remember when I was reading it, they said that current gen evolutions were in the game. So things like Sneasel and Sneasler, I think, sort of that sort of stuff like that. But unfortunately, it's not in the game, and I'm not a massive fan of Raichu. I'm not really a single typing guy. Do you know what I mean? I like a nice dual type. I want some coverage. So he went off the team, and can I tell you who went on? No, I can't because I can't remember. But yeah, mine was pretty straightforward. I do like a few move boosting items and things, but to be honest, in this sort of mid part of the game, you don't get too many beneficial items at this part of the game. So I'm not really missing out on too much. Maybe a citrus berry or two. But yeah, that was my spin wheel. Rushy, what did you get, brother?
Yeah, so yours was nice and simple. Mine was not nice and simple. Um, I I spun an easy wheel spin, so um, I got an Apocalock, which, if you know, is not particularly easy, but we'll call it like the half Apocalock because I'm not doing the Nuzlocke side of things. Because when Mac was sending me through all my little challenges, he at the end of it he said, actually, this probably shouldn't be in the easy category because this is not necessarily an easy challenge. So basically, what it means is each one of my party members has a different challenge that they have to obey throughout these next couple of gyms. So I'll just read them off now quickly. So my Pokemon is slot 1, which is my Nidoking. It can't be switched out. So I'll always lead with my Nidoking, and it can't be switched out. The only time it can be switched out is obviously when it faints, or if Pokemon uses an attack that forces it to be switched out. Pokemon 2 can't use any man-made heal items. That's my jump fluff, so it can only be um, healed with berries or Pokemon centers, things like that. Pokemon 3, it must hold the next item that I find, and I'll just go ahead and say it. The first item that I found in this episode was a Firestone, so my Arbok is currently holding a Firestone. So that is what we've got going there. Pokemon 4, which is my Swalot, can only hold berries and must use moves that cause status effects or that can lower defense, things like that. Um, Pokemon 5, my Gengar, last resort Pokemon, so I can't use my Gengar unless it is the last Pokemon alive in my party, which you will see later on. And Pokemon 6 can only be used as a status support and can only use one attacking move, and that's my Beedrill. Um, so that's my kind of challenge for the episode. See if you can keep
Damn.
up with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually didn't end up being too bad because um, well, you'll see when we get to my gym battles, but yeah, it wasn't too bad. Quite a lot of those don't really have any effect. I just decided like the ones that can only use heals or can only use berries, I just didn't do any of that. So if they died, they died. So, but yeah, you'll see as we go. Oh, I should say faint. Sorry, they faint. But as we go through, you'll see that. But yeah, that was my challenge run for this episode, which would have been a lot worse if I had to do the Nuzlocke rule for it. But I think Mac felt a little bit bad for me because it was an easy spin.
I think we move that into
So yeah,
brutal and make it a
that is
Nuzlocke
now in
for
brutal.
2 gyms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that if we roll that one later on down the line, yeah, that's game over. That's game over. That's a lot. That's a world of pain there. But yeah, for the time being, it wasn't too bad for me. But yeah, that's what we got going on. So yeah, that's all of our wheel spins for this episode. As you said, Mac, we all kind of left off in different places. But I suppose we all got the glasses from Gym 4.
Yep.
I then headed to the desert. I don't know what you guys then did. So if you want to just maybe Ace, if you go from where you went from there, and we'll
Yeah.
probably all kind of end up back on the same route. Because I say this is quite a linear part of the Emerald story anyway, so we'll all end up back in the same sort of area anyway. After this bit.
Yeah, so I went to, is it 111 with the dust clouds, yeah? All
Yeah.
of the sandstorms and that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went to, because you can actually, because I'm a Dex nav lover, right? So every time I get to a route, I always have the cheat where it shows me everything that's there. That's just the way I like to play the game, because obviously this series and the last series I've been doing monotype, so I go into a route and I'm like, right, can I get anything here? And if not, I go. So I'd actually previously, obviously, I've got an electric type mono run, so there's not going to be a lot for Big Ace in the desert. So I think, when before you get the goggles, you can sort of go right towards it and it sends you back. So from
Yeah.
that point, I checked my Dex nav and there was nothing for me there. I know you can talk about items and things, sort of power boost and moves, but I don't need a soft sand. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if there was one there, but I'm guessing that there was. I'm not bothered about doing trainer battles there. I mean, that would be an absolute nightmare for me if I had to go there,
Yeah.
because I'm still yet to catch myself a Chinchou to get that water electric type lantern. But yeah, so for me, there was nothing there for Ace. So I went all the way back with Mr. What's his name? Briney. And I went all the way back to Petalburg. And this was as soon as I started, I went straight to the 5th gym. So until we get to that point, there's nothing really for me to say. So, Spooks, if you want to take everybody into what you did after that, that 4th gym.
So yeah, basically a bit like you, cousin. It was a bit like, I got the goggles. I went into there. Obviously, everyone knows that I've got my monotype run for ground. So if you think about it, this is kind of the place for me where I want to stock up on my team. Obviously, we've got a spin wheel, which is, I think, Matt, correct me if I'm wrong, on Brutal, that you get a whole bloody team switch in
Yeah,
it, where
whole
you've
team
got to
gone.
scrap all your Pokemon, release them, and so I done a little bit of banking, just the ordinary Pokemon. I've got Andrew Part 2 on the on the team. So Mountbatten's on the Mountbatten is in the box chilling again. But the one Pokemon I did put on my team was a Gligar. So we've got so we have Gligar on the team now, and his name is Morbius. Out of if you lot know about DC and stuff like that, like I think is Morbius DC or Marvel?
uh, Marvel.
Marvel. There you go. So Morbius, is it the undead or the living vampire, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
So yeah, the living vampire, that is Gligar at the moment. So yeah,
Shout out Jared
Morbius.
Leto.
Yeah, shout out here, man. Like as soon as I caught him, I was just thinking to myself, like I'm there in the back cage, just going like that, and like, come to me, come to me. And so yeah, Gligar is on the team, and like I said, his name is Morbius. And to be fair, boys, I don't know what you done, Mac, in that little area, but I went straight to Petalburg from there. So Mac, do you really want to take us in to what you done with them go goggles?
Yeah, not a whole lot of it. That's where I picked up my Baltoy. Was in there. I did. What notes have I got here? So I got the Sandstorm TM. And there was also the Mirage Tower. I'm not sure if any of you boys looked in there at all.
No, I can't lie, bro. Like being on speed up and trying to use that Mac bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See what I did there? If you pardon the pun, um, it was too quick. I'm not doing that. I tried to have an attempt of that, and I got bored after the first
You
time.
can
I
turn
fell
speed up
through.
off, bro. You
Yeah,
know
I
that,
know,
right?
but realistically, even doing with a controller, I need to be in
Yeah.
speed down.
Mm.
So it's one of those things where I need to be in slow motion, and
Yeah.
I just got fed up with it. And to be fair, realistically, Pokemon that I would want to use, I think the only Pokemon, correct me if I'm wrong, boys, the only Pokemon I could really use is it a Lily?
Yeah,
and
it's
then
all fossil
Aranorth,
Pokemon, isn't it? In the
Yeah.
Mirage Tower.
Aranith,
Nah, they're rock
something like
types.
Are they
yeah,
rock
so
types?
yeah, I couldn't even use them. You
Yeah,
know
yeah.
what I mean? So it's pointless to me.
Mm.
I mean, you're going to see those people with, you're going to see those Pokemon with Steven at the end of the game. So
Steven.
do you know what I mean? Like, it's just useless. So yeah, sorry, Matt, to cut in, but I did not do that. Your Mac bite was used somewhere else.
Yeah, no, man, I can't lie. That's why, as I said before we started recording, I finished at 5 o'clock this morning because I spent half an hour trying to get past them holes and just
Yeah.
turned it off and just went off the game because I was absolutely seething.
Yeah. Right.
So
I've
yeah,
got work.
and then yeah, I got back on my merry way, and just like everybody else, I think just headed straight to Petalburg City. So
Yeah.
I guess with that we get into the gyms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, say I don't have anything else really to add. I did quickly head back to the Fiery Path before I went there. Picked up, that's where I got the Firestone for Arbok, unfortunately. And
Yeah.
TMO non-toxic was there as well, which I missed the first time through, which is quite useful for me. But yeah,
Yeah.
after that, I headed straight back to Petalburg, and we take on Gym 5 Norman. So, Spooks, do you want to take us in to your gym
Norman.
battle?
I will take us into
Norman.
Norton.
Norton. Where are you, Norton?
Where are you, Norton? We're
Put your face in
surrounded
the
by
bindies.
all
Do you
types.
want to go to hell, Norton? I'll take you there.
I'll take you there. No. That's what I said to him at the end of the gym. So we're gonna battle our dad Norman, aka Norton, and I'm not talking about why not here either. We're going against our dad Norton, isn't it? Cheeky little Nort. He says to us before we go in, which you will see it going up now. He says, "Spooks, you better give it your best shot." And obviously, the man them know about me and my shot.
That shot.
You know about Mudlips, isn't it? So if we kick into it right now, he goes in and basically he starts his battle with a Spinder. We hit it with that shot, baby. That shot is coming out. It comes out with a teeter dance. He goes for the facade. It confuses us. It hits. We're confused. Goes out for another facade. Mudlips is throwing that shot off. Lowers the speed. We go for another shot, but the facade hits us. Mudlips is down, unfortunately. So we go in with Horny. So Don Horny is not dancing to the teeter dance. He wants to throw off that bulldoze, isn't it? So we're throwing off that bulldoze. We're stamping about. And this was the worst member on Norton's team, aka Norman, and that was that Polytoad. If any of the mandem had difficulty with this Polytoad, just give it a thumbs up or whatever. We go for the knockoff. It goes for dive. Do you know what I mean? We go for the dives. We go for the U-turn. Slaps us with the dive. It basically is like, right, okay, cool. I might have to switch out here, innit? So we go for Don Manny. Don Manny uses slack off. It goes for another dive. We hit it with the bulldoze. Even though that we've got quick claw on Don Manny, we're thinking, right, bulldoze is going to do something. A bit like, how can I say? A bit like, is it magnitude or earthquake? If you use it, it still affects it, even if it's dug or you know what I mean, using dig or dive. So that doesn't work. So Don Manning's out. We go for Sandy, hit it with the bug buzz. It hits us. You know what I mean? At the moment, we're using it's got quick claw itself. So we go for bug buzz again, I think, and then we hit it with a rocky helmet. We go down. Annabelle comes out with the extra sensory, and yeah, at the moment we're humming and hawing. What we can do is, guess what? Polytoad's used dive again. He's gone underwater. He wants to get underneath us, and yeah, we come out. Don Morbius. It uses a hyper potion. Morbius is out. We go for the acrobatics. Kind of does something. Uses dive again. Don Morbius is sitting there going, look, Spooks, what do you want me to do, bruv? I'm going to throw a quick potion at you. Spray yourself with that. And we go for the acrobatics. Guess what? Polytoad has used a hyper potion again. So we're a bit like, we're stuck. And it's got quick claw on it. So it uses dive again. And I'm stressing at this point. I'm at my screen going like this, and I'm angry, and uses the body slam. We go for the acrobatics, get the crit, take Polytoad down. Don Slacking comes out. So the one and only Horny has to come out. So Horny goes for, I believe it's going to go for the Bulldoze. Slacking is loafing around right now. He doesn't want any part of this gym battle on it. He goes for the counter, doesn't do much. Bulldoze is just hitting the speed, so we're getting the speed down. And obviously, we go in for the super potion because we've got no one left apart from Don Morbius. So we're going for the super potion. We're healing up. I literally cannot lie to you all you now. We were healing everyone at this point, and I needed my team back. Obviously, no Pokemon centers, but I've stocked up on revives. I've stocked up on super potions. I'm healing, and healing and healing and healing. It's like they're chucking ZK £2 a month for water right now, bro. I'm getting that energy in it. I'm getting revived in it. So Spooks is getting £2 a month. Horny's doing well. Slacking is just loafing around, which is doing absolute wonders for me at the moment. We're still super potion here. Nothing is happening. Nothing is generally happening. So I think, you know what? Revive Don Manny. What will he do? Do you know what? All he's going to do is munch on and spray on that super potion, innit? So we're going to spray a little super potion on here. As you can see on the screen, everyone is fully healed at the moment. Everyone's got £2, and we go for the Bulldoze against Slacking, innit? We hit another Bulldoze again. Slacking's not doing anything, but the counter's not really hitting Horny that hard, innit? So the counter's not hitting Horny hard. So the speed is going down. It can't go down anymore. Slacking is slacking off, loafing around. He's countering us. We're rock blasting him, and guess what? Slacking's down. We blasted him so much, but the Vigoroth comes out, and I know that's got a bit of a facade and a bit of a slash on him. So we're hitting it with the Bulldoze, hitting the speed, slashing us up. Not very effective. We're hitting the Bulldoze again. It goes in for the feint attack. We're hitting Bulldoze. The speed is still going down. We hit a Bulldoze again, and guess what? Don Horny's horn was faster than Vigoroth, isn't it? So it's all about the horn compared to how vigor you are on it. And guess what? That was Norton down. Done. Ace. Lead us in, cousin.
Oh my god.
Bro, how long was that good battle, by the way?
5 minutes and 12 seconds.
Before I get into mine, I forgot to ask the question. Spooks, what difficulty have you decided to put yourself on this episode?
Easy.
Right.
We're on easy.
Yeah, but your spin wheel said medium.
Yeah.
We're not falling for that again. We upped up, as last time, we had low IQ in it. So after that, for a whole week solid, I was reading books, I was dictionaries, you know what I mean? I had to up my IQ somehow. So this time, I actually went how the first episode should have gone, innit? So, you know what? Thanks to the man then for being my real friends. My friends.
Be my friend.
Be
Be
my
my
friend.
friend.
And they pulled me up about my low IQ, innit? Like, obviously, in my eyes, after the last episode, I did get a bit of pip and I got smarter.
Got a bit of pip.
So, yeah, that is our dad, Norman, down, under, not having dinner. Ace.
Right, so obviously, as everybody knows by now, I'm still on hard mode. The cheating hoe is still hard, baby. That's one thing that won't ever change. So I've actually got. So it sounds, Spooks, like you actually struggled, but as you'll see by mine, this actually went quite smoothly. So I'll put on the footage on the screen now. And quick run through of the team. I've got my Manectric here with electric surge ability. Actually, before I get into that, I will just say that as I went into Petalburg, those two guys at the start that had them little stands, what were they called again? Oh, I've probably got it on my notes somewhere.
I know they sell the XP candies and stuff like that. I know who you're on about. And like the feathers and stuff.
Yeah, they were
Can't remember.
called... Oh, Pedro and Nico. They were in Petalburg City. So I went to them and they were selling ability patches and ability pills, I think what they were called, because
Yeah,
we're starting to
nice.
get a bit more into the game. So I picked a load of those up and got my hidden abilities on some Pokemon. So I'll get into my footage again now. So Manectric is the first one here with Electric Surge, which is huge, so I can set up the field to be electric terrain every time I come in. I've got Ampharos there. Volbeat has got Prankster now. Electabuzz, my starter, still on the team just with Static. And I've got a Jolteon with Athletic, which is pretty cool. It boosts speed at the end of every turn and boosts kicking moves. So let's get into Norton here. Comes in with Spinder. Manectric comes in, puts that terrain down, and I'm just going for that discharge. I get the paralyze off turn one, and it full powers. So Spinder is already down with 2 discharges. Absolutely nothing done to me. Slacking is coming in here, and I bring out my Jolteon because it learnt a move called Triple Kick, which is a fighting type move which hits 3 times and boosts power every time. There's the athletic proc there, so my speed is at +1. Obviously, Jolteon's one of the fastest Pokemon, so it doesn't really matter. But Slacking hits us with a counter, and I'm just going to go for one more triple kick because I know he's going to loaf around at the end of this turn. So one final triple kick takes out the Slacking here. And Norton is going to be switching into the Politoed, which Spooks was speaking about. Remember, I've still got terrain up. Well, my terrain's doubled now. One discharge hits a crit and Politoed is down. So, absolutely no trouble with Politoed for me there.
Spooks don't look very happy about that.
It comes out Electabuzz against the Vigoroth, and I hit a low kick. It does a decent amount. And then Vigoroth hits the normal gem boosted facade, but it's parried and it does end up critting on the next turn to take out my my Electabuzz there, obviously boosted with the paralyze. Jolteon comes in, hits the triple kick and misses one, but yeah, that is that's Norman down. Absolutely no trouble whatsoever for me. I think half of that was just my team run through. Don't forget, I'm still hard. I'm still on that hard mode, baby. But my trousers are up this time. We're not in no graveyard today. But
Yeah, but you are going into your dad's gym hard, so take that as you will.
It's a bit like being in the bath,
You're
isn't it?
back in.
Yeah.
First I had it off, then my dad had a bath.
In heavens, no, I've got my gym badge now.
In the bath.
God, that was so good. We have to be careful because we might get DMCA strike for that.
Probably, yeah. That's how good we are.
Copyright, Copyright.
We don't want those strikes.
No.
But speaking of strikes, Rushy, do you want to go bowling into your battle with Norman?
We'll go bowling in. We're going in. I might need to hit a spare. Right, yeah, so Spinder comes out. I'll go with Nido Kick. Double kick to begin with. Super effective, obviously, because it's a fighting type move, but my Nido King is now confused. It keeps hurting itself in the confusion, which is not very fun. The Psy beams are coming off on the Nido King. Obviously, I can't switch out because that's the rules of my challenge. But one more double kick does take out the Spinder. So Slacking is in next. Obviously, I'm going for the double kicks for the super effective fighting type damage. The first one misses, the second one does land, but it's not doing too much damage. And then the Slacking does take out my Nido King. So I come in here with Swallow, Acid Spray to take down the defense here. I do then get a Yawn on the Swallow, but I hit one more Acid Spray on the Slacking. And then manage to get the Sludge off to take out the Slacking as well before the Swallow does go to sleep on this next turn.
No.
Yeah, he's gone. Betty bars. So yeah, Vigoroth is out next. I don't know why I didn't switch out there. I knew it was going to fall asleep, but I miss input. But yeah, so Beedrill comes in. The Vigoroth is strengthening its power. I go for the Toxic Spikes, just as precaution for the next Pokemon, and then a String Shot as well to lower the vigor off speed, but the B drill does go down. So I come in with Arbok. So Arbok's in. I go in for a crunch, I believe. Yeah, crunch, which does a decent amount of damage. The facade then comes in on the Arbok, but I go for another crunch, another facade. We're kind of just trading blows here, but the hyper potion on the vigor off. But I'm just going to keep crunching away. Just crunch, crunch, crunch. Yeah, and I'm literally just spamming crunch basically until the Arbok goes down. The vigor off is basically dead. So I come in with my boy Jumpluff. This is first return. He's back. We had Skip Bloom last episode. He's now a Jumpluff. But yeah, Bullet Seed to take out the vigor off.
Bullet!
Bullet!
Yeah. So Politoad's in next. Obviously, the toxic spikes have put poison on the Politoad. Another Bullet Seed, which only hits twice, but takes Politoad to about half health. Takes some more damage from the poison. I'll go for a Mega Drain, which almost takes out Politoad. And then, yeah, the poison finishes Politoad off at the end of that turn. And that is Norman down and out. He's gone. So, Mac, how did you get on?
Right, yeah. So I made pretty light work of this gym. Dispatched father rather quickly. I can't lie. Sorry to everybody watching. This will be a brief encounter of how my gym went because I'm away from home at the moment, and I forgot my device that has the recordings on. To be completely honest, this was no 5 minute battle on my half. Maybe about 5 seconds. My Gallade that I've got has got extremely high attack and speed IVs, and is a fighting type. So I literally for this gym, I think I used 5 PP on 4 Pokemon, and just used Sky Uppercut. And I think the only Pokemon that didn't die in one hit was the Slacking. And without watching the video, it could have been that I used 6 PP, but it was definitely no more than that. So I think this gym took me about 40 seconds.
Jeez.
And yeah, that was it for me there.
There you go. Nice
That
and
makes
easy.
me laugh, innit? You man, all three of your gyms, yeah, if you added them all together as one clip, it'd probably still be less than mine.
I reckon it probably would be,
But when you were
Allow
talking,
Politoad and diving, isn't it?
I was worried I'd gone into the wrong gym, thinking, "Oh no, I've messed up. I played the wrong game."
Trust me. Do you know what? Yeah, I wouldn't have sat here and lied if you ordered a boss box and ate it in that time, innit? Trust me, at that time he's found out about Mohamed Salah leaving Liverpool.
Oh,
yeah, it's just come up on my phone as well. Mohamed Salah to leave Liverpool at the end of the season. Damn, that stings a little bit. Just to break the fourth wall for the first time this episode, as I always do. Me, Rushy, and Mac are Liverpool fans. I'm not too sure who Spook supports, but yeah, I think they got beat 8-2 in the Champions League or something. Obviously, that could actually be 2 teams.
Yeah,
but
it could be.
That could be. Shout out Newcastle.
Listen, we're not going to sit here and debate this over the podcast. And if you want to see this, you have to channel into the Hive FC and maybe you see me talking about how many cups and trophies, and you'll see Rush and his whole family tree getting upset, so we will talk about that later on. But going into that, all the gym battles are done.
We'll move on. We'll move
on. You know, we'll move on like Salah's moving on. And we move back
I'm
on
taking over. I'm taking over. I'm taking over. Right, we're moving on. Norman is gone. Norman is gone.
So Salah.
And Salah is gone too, yeah. When you beat Norman, you get TM42 Facade, and you now have the ability to use Surf. And as you leave the gym, Wally's dad comes running up to you, bless him, and he's all super excited about how well Wally's getting on. And he gives you HMO-free Surf. So we can now surf about in the waters of the Herm region on the back of a Whalmer, as you usually do. And then, so it's kind of, again, quite a straight line to the next gym from here. you sort of head to New Mobile City, as they call it, by surfing just off of Route 118.
Yeah.
When you get to the other side, Stephen's there. He just kind of goes off on you for a little bit, and then you head from there up to Route 119. There's a few items and things to get along the way. I just want to say that I noted that I found a black augurite here, which is obviously used for Cleavor's evolution.
Yeah.
So obviously they are in this game, which is weird that then Alolan Raichu isn't.
Yeah, strange. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah. So other than that, yeah, I got a Hyper Potion and a Razor Fang, and then you kind of head up to the sort of next sort of main story point of the game. So Max, you want to take over from here?
Yeah, sure. So going into 119, I've basically got the exact same notes as you. Sorry, is it before or after the next main bit that we fight? Is the May fight? This,
Well, I can't lie,
This is
boys.
after.
yeah,
I've got a lot. If I just have, sorry, just to throw out there, me being me, and I've got a lot where I went to the abandoned ship and I went back to 110 and done the trick house again and stuff like that. So if you lot have all moved on, do you mind if I can quickly just speak about all of that? Or
Yeah, yeah.
no,
Go
yeah,
go into it for sure.
yeah, yeah,
Unless
yeah. Sorry,
unless any. Well, I did the abandoned ship. I don't know
I
yeah.
how
didn't.
didn't even know
how
there
many
was
other
one.
people did. Yeah, yeah. Spooks. You might as well just take us through that whole thing then, cuz
Well,
just
yeah,
quick, and
yeah,
then
yeah.
we'll get back to Mac on 119 afterwards.
Yeah, definitely. So obviously, the first thing I want to say is that I went back to Madre because I had no Pokemon centers. So, like I said to Mac last episode, if you are playing along with us with spin wheels and stuff, and you do get that no Pokemon center, go back to your mum, let her heal up your Pokemon, which was a smart thing that I done. And she actually gives us her Pokenav, and she actually gives us the amulet coin here as well, which we don't really need because obviously we've got like cheats like give me nugs, rare candies, and stuff like that. I did get some more give me nugs cheats as we were here, just so I can buy some medium-sized XP candy shares. Excuse me. Then I kind of made my way surfing past Bryony and his old rod. So we was on Route 110, and
Whoa!
yeah, so
What do you mean by that?
Oh, what do you mean by that? What I mean by that is obviously Bryony was chilling on Epstein, isn't it? So it was one of those ones, isn't it? Bryony's Island, isn't it?
Nah, how
Bryony's Island.
how have we mentioned Andrew Mountbatten and Epstein in this episode?
You can't have Bryony and Sandshrew on one island. Then it's just plain and simple, isn't it? So yeah, I obviously, as you heard, that me and Cuz we went to the abandoned ship, and Cuz, if you can agree with me, I found a second metal coat here,
Yep,
harbor mail, escape
yep,
rope,
yep,
dive ball, a
yep,
revive,
yep.
TM ice.
What?
Yup. I've even done it. Yes to everything, innit? And TM Ice Beam was here and
Yeah.
found a PP up here, innit? Then we kind of went back to Route 110. Cuz, did you do the trick house again or not?
No, I never did that in the first place. I don't care for trick.
Ah, right, okay, fair enough. So I went back to the trick house. We got a lot of males here, and I remember one of the
Cool, just how
people.
you like it, mate.
Yeah, got a lot of males here. You know, I've been with my missus for 6 years, but we still look male there, we still like a male here and there, innit? You know what I mean? Call me a PayPal or a pal pad thanks out here, innit? I'm your pal pad. And so yeah, we do that. We get a timer ball basically for getting all the males. They all chuck in their ball for us. You know what I mean? Just one ball though, not multiple balls. They just chuck in one
Oh,
balls of it.
this is gonna have to be on the Hive Uncensored.
Shout out, little man. And basically, yeah, after the trick house, we used surf to go back over to our mum because you got to realise, I think it was 103 was connected to 100. You just travel across and you get back to Old Dale Town from there. So we healed back up from our mum. She gave us a little rub and told us everything's going to be all right. So we continued out on our journey after wiping our tears. Then I actually headed back to Morville City, which Watson is there and he's chilling, and he asked us to go to the Morville generator / power plant. Ace, did you do any of that?
Well, I did indeed do that because obviously
Lovely.
man like Wharton is quite quintessential. It's a big word. To my side of the mono run.
I've got low IQ, so I don't know what that means. Isn't it?
It means like it's like it's 100% a part of it. It's
Yep.
I looked, obviously I was looking where I was going to find the electrolyzer, and it was going to be in New Moorville. So I went there, grabbed that electrolyzer, and I now have an Electivire on the team, which is a electric fighting type.
Swear down.
Yeah, it's really really cool. Yeah, so he's on the team now, and the ability he got is motor drive, which basically, if it gets hit by an electric type move, it raises speed by 1 stage. So my little double battle thing here is Electivire and Manectric. They come out. Manectric sets up the terrain and uses discharge, and that gives Electivire +1 speed turn 1 of the battle, which is awesome. I also picked up a Magneton here, which shout out to Mac, because when we done the first episode, I was just furious about the electric type, and I was thinking I can't even get anyone, and Mac actually pointed out that I could get a Magnezone. So we got the Magneton, used the Thunderstone, and now I've got a Magnezone on the team as well. But to cut a long story short, turn on the generator, go back to Watson, and you do get Thunderbolt, which is nice. And then, yeah, that was it for there. And then there's not really much going on, is there? So, Spooks, have you got anything to add until 119, or should we get back into Mac?
Literally is
Pause.
all I got is, like you said.
Yeah, trust me. Trust me, I thought about that, but I thought, I was like, oh. I was like,
patiently on 190.
Ace action on that.
That Ace on Mac, or is it Mac on Ace? We don't know.
Pause.
We ain't pausing. We continue it,
All you need to know is,
Linkin Park for the Hive Uncensored.
you know Rushy would be watching regardless of what order it was in, innit?
But no, all I got is that I taught Thunderbolt after doing all that to Don Horny, innit? So Don Horny's getting bolted, innit? He's getting bolted. And that was just after doing the Ace on Mac action, innit? That's when he learned it. He's like, oh yeah, I want a bit of that. I'll take that right to the horn. So Don D Mac, get us back into where we was at.
Yeah. I've got one note for one. I've got one note for 119 before the next main area, and it's just that I caught a Pokemon that looks like a giraffe. That is it. That's all I've been waiting to say.
Would that have been a joke?
Is that giraffe?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, that's it. Is it? Cheers,
Yeah.
mate.
Fair enough.
Sound, mate. Yeah.
So you take that giraffe rig, and we head into the next sort of main area of the game. So we head towards the Weather Institute. As you head inside the Weather Institute, there are some Team Aqua grunts, and I did think of you in here, Spooks, because you can use the bed to the left as a little healing spot.
Oh, you know me, bro. I'm always rocking that bed on it.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna say well, but I might say in the next podcast why I'm rocking that bed on it.
Right. So Spooks was rocking the bed with his Pokemon in it.
Whoa!
While he was
Whoa!
while he was doing that, I was walking around there, and you could get an upgrade
Yeah.
from here. You can get a linking cord, and then you fight a few of the Team Aqua Grunts, and as you get to the top of the Weather Institute, the Team Aqua Grunts, you fight them, and then you hear some panicked grunts come in. They say, "Oh, Team Magma, they're marching off to Mount Fire." So all the Aqua Grunts go running out, and the scientist in there gives you a cast form.
Yeah.
And then as you come out of the Weather Institute, May jumps in, as she usually does, in the most annoying way, and you have a little battle with May, and then she gives you HMO2 Fly.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
so
have got the footage for that. If anyone we
Yeah,
can put
I've
that
got
in
it as
while
well.
she's
So we'll flip a coin.
cool. So that footage will be on the screen. So yeah, so obviously after this, we head off to Fortree City,
Yeah.
and in Fortree City, there's obviously a place where you want to go and you want to get to the gym. So as you make your way down there, and then all of a sudden your path is blocked. So, Spooks, why is the path blocked? Can you explain to us what we have to do next?
Well, I think the best person to tell about that path is blocked is the person that was mentioned how cool
This is
that
very true.
Pokemon was
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
last
thought of
didn't think
you,
about
Mac.
that.
Yeah. I thought of you
So,
when this happened.
Mac, instead of me bursting the bubble, can you just can you explain why we are blocked up here and we can't get through?
Well, again, this is another point of the game where I spent 30 minutes with no idea what was going on. To the point where I had to watch a tutorial for this, which is a real low moment here because I I had no idea what was going on. But it turns out Kelsey on the Chameleon was in the way.
Yeah.
So we take a quick venture down Route 120, um, where I don't personally have anything to know other than getting the telescope and the fact that Spooks. I don't know if you actually checked your dex nav here, but there is an Absol up for grabs.
What's the point?
Just to sit it in the box, mate. Look at it. It's just like the cards that you never got in the pack opening. Do you know what I mean? It's the
That's
Absol Instant 2.
He did. He did get some in the pack opening because I gave him one of them at the end. He was
So
like,
yeah,
"Nah, I don't want it." I was like, "Nah, have it." He's like, "Oh, cheers for that, cuz. Really appreciate it."
There it is. There it is.
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
yeah,
You're welcome.
you get given the
Cheers, mate.
telescope. Game explains to you how to use it. I think I did bump into another one somewhere else and got an item from behind there. I can't remember exactly what it was. And
Yeah,
then
you get a wide lens on the way back to
that's the one.
Fortree.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I grabbed that as
But
well on the
okay,
way
cool.
back.
Yeah, so you get the Devon scope, as Max said. Yeah, and then as you head back to Fortree City, that gets you to Gym 6.
Just
Anyway,
pick up
so
where you left off.
like Russia was just saying, we clear out the other Kelsey on the way back, get that wide lens. And then I was straight into clearing off the third one, which this time, nicely enough, just gets startled and scurried out of the way, so I didn't have to fight it again. And then it was just straight into the gym for me. I don't know if anybody else got up to anything in the town beforehand, or did we all just go straight on in?
Yeah, I did. So obviously there's a shrine puzzle here that you can't complete um, until you've got the Devon scope. But once you do the shrine puzzle, you actually get a second shiny charm. So if that's not what you
Nice.
did, maybe worth going back and doing it.
Yeah. I'm gonna do
I did.
that.
I put that into a little bit of play. I thought I'm going to give this a go, see what my odds are. So I ran around a little bit before I went into the gym. And I caught a shiny Mightyena, which obviously I can't use, but
Okay.
it's in the box. But yeah, so you get a
Nice.
second shiny charm for doing the shrine puzzle there.
Yeah.
Not my luck, I'll get a shiny Absol and I can't use it.
To be fair,
If you get a shiny Absol, mate, it's all
you
yours.
can use it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not one of these people who choose Hopper over their Swindle, you know
Ah, here he goes. Look, didn't you literally ruin your whole mono run last
Yeah.
episode, Brian?
Yeah.
Got
And you
cussed for
literally
it.
gave the man them an ultimatum, and I can't even say the word, they backed out because
Yeah.
no one wanted to edit.
I traded my precious
No, Ace,
respin and my spin
we
wheel
didn't
for
want
that.
to edit, bro. You break as many times as you want, bro. You're good. You're good, bro. You know what? Restart the game, innit?
Nah. I'm happy. I'm happy to say that that if Spooks, if you do end up running into a shiny Absol, you can definitely
Yeah.
use it. It's
I
only
think
fair. Rushy got his, and
I think the my punishment is if I do have a shiny Absol is that replenishes my mishaps from last episode, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? That
Okay.
Well,
replenishes.
what happens if you don't find a shiny Absol? Then what are you going to do to
Well,
replenish
we're
it then?
here, innit? We're already an episode. We're already an episode in front. Unfortunately, you know what? I should have got an extra spin wheel. You know when Don D Mac done the spin wheels, and unfortunately we can't go back in past. You know what I mean? We're here. We work in the here and now. And I think, as Master Oogway once said, isn't it? Yesterday, or something about yesterday being history, tomorrow is a mystery, and today is a present. That's why it's called a gift.
He's getting all philosophical on us.
This guy's playing it so cool right now, like
Shout
he's not
out
so
Uruguay.
gassed. He's
Shout out Uruguay.
inside. This man is gassed that he can go on after we've recorded and go catch himself a shiny Absol. If you've got look at him. If you've got two shiny charms and you just go off the decks now, you'll have that in like 5-10 minutes, bro.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah,
Oh, me and Mac are left out, man. Feeling kind of peaked still. Me and Mac are still just getting into that action on Route 119, innit?
The man are busy on 119, innit?
Trust me, man. Trust me.
Nah, the only thing I wanted to say before we get into the gym is after the weather center, we did evolve mud lips into swamp lips. So we didn't call we didn't call mud lips swamp lips. It's still mud lips, but yeah, we have a swamper on our team now, and it's still no sludge because we want some sludge on those lips. So yeah, that's all I will say until we get into the gym battle. Ace, did you get up to anything after like the weather center or anything that Rushy just spoke about or gone over?
The only thing I did want to say is that the houses in Four Tree City really reminded me of like something out of Terraria. You know the game?
Yeah.
The way the house it I don't know, it just had that real cool vibe about it. Hey, how's it going, guys?
Oh.
Right, we've ended up at one of these periods of the podcast again where everything's in absolute tatters. So
getting kept in, isn't it?
yeah, this is staying in because I can't be bothered to edit it out. Nobody got time for that. Do you know what I mean? To be honest, I'm to be honest, I'm thinking, let's get into gym number 6 because I've got a Chinese that's going to be here in about 20 minutes.
Anyone order a Chinese?
Call me Chinese Ace right now, but Spooks, do you want to kick us into the battle for gym 6?
We'll get into it because someone's hungry. So and he's not on 119 anymore, so he's hungry for something else. So we're gonna kick into the 6th, and basically she starts out with a Firo. We start out with Don Horny. We use that Thunderbolt that we learned, super effective by the way. But then we start blasting it with our rocks, and it's use Roost. We keep blasting it 3 times, blasting drill run, super effective. We're blasting it with rocks again. Goes out. And she comes up with the Pelipper, one of my most hated Pokemon in the world, by the way. But I know that it swallows. So we don't know, innit? We know that Pelipper swallows, innit? And it uses that stockpile and swallows, innit? Mad. But we know it's using Protect at the moment. So we go out with Mudlips. Mudlips is trying to use that rock slide. Yes, Mudlip gets off that rock slide. I think it's Tropius next. We go out for Don Manny. We're going to try and hit that them ice type moves. I think we go in with the Icicle Crash. It hits a sunny day, so I think that affects our ice type moves quite a bit. To be fair, only by a little bit. We hit another Icicle Crash, and then it goes in for a Hyper Potion, then blah 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 blah. We're going for an Icy Wind, and it takes out the Tropicus. So it goes up with a Skarmory at the moment, which I don't know if last time in Emerald, a normal Emerald, she does have a Skarmory. I'll go for the Bulldoze just to see if it would actually work, but it doesn't actually affect it. So we're going for the Icicle Crash again. It flinches, it hits us with a Steel Wing, which is super effective. Icicle Crash again, get it down to orange HP. It takes Don Manny out. So we're going in for Don Sandy at the moment. Use the Rock Slide. Rock Slide doesn't do anything, but it's pulling off that flinch for us. So we go down to that. She comes out with the Altaria right now. So the Altaria is just stacking up using that Dragon Dance. We're using Rock Slide. And it's still, I believe, it's still using Dragon Dance. So I'll go for the break and swipe. Believe it or not, because it is Dragon and it's a Dragon type move, it actually doesn't. It's not effective to it. So I think is Altaria Fairy typing in this as well, boys? I think so.
Yeah, Fairy Dragon.
Yeah, so it's cancelling out them fairy type moves. It's still going for the Dragon Dance at the moment. We're just hitting it with the bloody with the Rock Slide. It gets off of the Rocky Helmet when it tries to aerial ace us. We hit it with a Rock Slide, and that is Gym 6 done. And we get that Feather Badge, bit all over the place, but we actually do it. So, Cuz, do you want to take us into your gym battle?
Yeah, I just want to say, you said about Skarmory. Is it not Steven's ace? It's Skarmory. Am I right in thinking that?
Stephen's ace is Skarmory, but I didn't. The thing is, with her, I didn't realize she had a Skarmory in Seaglass. I can't remember if she had a Skarmory in Emerald or not.
Oh, right, okay. If
'Cause I
anyone
thought,
knows, let us know in the comments.
yeah, let us know. Let us know. Let us know.
Okay then, right. So, getting into my gym now. Here's a run through the team. There's Manectric. Actually got Overheat now on the Manectric, which is really cool. There's that Electivire with one hell of a moveset. Volbeat is still here. Ampharos is still here as well. And Jolteon with that athletic ability that I was talking about earlier is really cool. And here's that Magnezone with Analytic, really slow Pokemon. So Analytic is when you move last, you get more power on your moves. So coming out with a Fearow here, and I'm just going to hit that quick discharge with Manectric, and down it goes in one shot. Tropius is going to be coming in next. So on the side, I'm going to switch into Ampharos because I want to preserve my Manectric for later. I'll go for the Power Gem here on the Tropius. It's got the sun up at the moment, but it's useless. So we're going to hit another Power Gem and it goes down. Skarmory is coming in next. And I decide that I'm going to go and switch into the new member Electivire here. Wow, what a mon. I'm finally happy about this because it's actually a really cool mon with this electric type. Mono run. Skarmory hits the aerial ace and gets the quick claw, I believe that was. So it takes a fair bit of damage. But Electivire is still relatively healthy, living on 67 health.
Once again,
I've only just noticed that as well. Anyway, Magnezone one-shots Pelipper with the Thunderbolt there. And out comes this Altaria, which is very, very scary. It's got Dragon Dance. It's got an incredible typing. Magnezone is confused, and I go for the light screen stupidly because it doesn't really matter. Obviously, this Altaria is going to be attacking us physically. Magnezone goes down to the Earthquake. Obviously, doesn't have that levitate ability, which I don't think it. I think maybe Magnemite did, but Magnezone doesn't. I'm not sure if it's something to do with Seaglass here, but we're going to go into Volbeat. And with this new Prankster ability that we've got, that Confuse rate is going to go first, regardless of the speed of the Altaria. as it keeps going for those dragon dances. I think we're 3 in now, and Volbeat's going to hit a Zen headbutt, and wow, that does absolutely nothing. The only good thing about the Altaria Dragon Dancing is as its attack goes up, the damage it's going to do to itself through the confusion is going to be going up as well. But I've just got to stay on top of that confusion. Altaria's broken out of it, but we put it straight back in again. And it's carrying with that Dragon Dance. I think it might be +5 now. And it gets the 6th Dragon Dance off here. We go for a Zen Headbutt, we get a crit, and we are literally on the brink of winning. And there is the full confusion. That is Winona down, and that is Gym 6 just about beaten. Rushy, take the floor, my brother.
Yeah, so we'll go straight in. So Winona obviously leads with Firo. I lead with Nidoking. I go for a peck, which does a little tiny bit of damage. The drill run hits on the Nidoking, but I've got the Rocky Helmet, so every time Firo gets hit, the Rocky Helmet's going to do a bit of damage. I go for a Poison Sting here, and then get drill pecked again. I go in for another peck at the end here. Oh no, Poison Sting because it was quick, so I needed to finish it off. So the Poison Sting goes in. Yeah, so Skarmory is up next. Obviously, I'm still in with my Nidoking because I can't switch out, but the Skarmory uses an Aerial Ace just to get rid of my Nidoking. So I decide that I'm going to come in here with the one and only Jump Bluff, because why would I not? I go for an Acrobatics, which doesn't do very much damage at all, but the Aerial Ace from the Skarmory does about half health to my Jump Bluff. So I go for a Bullet Seed, which again doesn't really do anything. I'm just trying to think about just trying to get chip damage off, so I go for another Acrobatics, but the Jump Bluff does unfortunately go down. So I decide here that my next best thing is to use a Swalot. So I go for an Acid Spray, but it doesn't hit. Obviously, forgetting that Skarmory is a Steel type here, so my Poison type moves are going to do nothing to it. So I'm thinking I'll get a Yawn off, and then I switch out into my Arbok, who does take the Steel Wing, but he tanks it quite well. And the Skarmory is now asleep. So I go for a Crunch. The Skarmory is still asleep. So I go for one more crunch, but the Hyper Potion comes in on the Skarmory. So I'm just going to keep crunching. The Skarmory has now woken up, but, can't do much. But another Hyper Potion. But yeah, as I say, with the potions coming in, the Skarmory is still fairly weak. I get it down with the crunch, but the Arbok does go down. But this Skarmory is on like 1 HP. So I bring in Beedrill. Obviously, my Beedrill can use one attack and move, so I go with Pin Missile here. I think because I want it to hit. Oh no, Toxic Spikes first because I think I can probably tank a hit, which I do. Then I go with the Pin Missile just to finish off the Skarmory. Obviously, the Toxic Spikes are down, so the Pelipper comes in. I'm thinking, right, what can I go do here to help out? So I put the Swalot back out. Obviously, the Pelipper doesn't get poisoned because it's flying type, so the spikes don't hit. So Supersonic comes in from the Pelipper. I go for a Sludge, but my Swalot is confused, so it's just damaging itself. But I do get the Sludge off. The Pelipper gets poisoned, and the Sludge did a lot of damage, so the poison does take the Pelipper out. Tropius is in next. I'm still in with my Swalot. I go for an Acid Spray, but he is confused still. The Sunny Day goes up, so I'm just going to try and get that Acid Spray off just so I can lower that defense. And obviously with the type-ins here, I am super effective. So the Acid Spray has come off. I go for another Sludge, but unfortunately still confused. So I do. Unfortunately, the Swalot does go down. So it's not looking great. I'm down to very limited amount of Pokemon here. So I come in with Beedrill. I go for the Toxic Spikes, getting ready, and the Aerial Ace comes in and does take out the Beedrill. So I've just got Gengar left, my last resort. That is what he's for. So I go for a Shadow Ball, which takes out the Tropius, nice and easy. And then Alteria's in. It does get poisoned from the Toxic Spikes, which is nice. I go for another Shadow Ball, which does a lot of damage. Citrus Berry does restore some health, and the Dragon Dance does go off, but the poison is now on the Altaria, which is nice. I go for one more Shadow Ball, and that does take out the Altaria. So, it got a little bit rough there towards the end for me, but that Gengar as an ace in the pocket was very much needed, and it did the work I needed to do. So yeah, very nice. Mac, how did you go on?
Yeah, so I'll be able to keep this short and sweet, which I know Ace would appreciate with that grub on the way.
Yeah, boy.
Again, to be fair, I did not have a good time on this one, but without having the footage to hand, I can't remember exactly how it went, but it was a whole lot of Rock Tomb basically. Um, just using that type advantage, that's super effective. And Pelipper did get hit with some bullet seeds. Um,
Bullet,
so
Bullet.
it was basically just the new boy on the team, Baltor, using that Rock Tomb and Execute using Bullet Seed, and that was literally it for me. I think for that gym and just popping potions.
Nice.
So
Well, you'll see that on the screen
yeah,
anyway.
Yeah,
that'll be
you'll
up
see
on
that on the
Yeah.
screen.
screen,
I've got
innit?
the footage, just
Yeah.
not with me. So sorry to everybody about that.
Whole
But
lot of real estate.
That's a whole lot of real
That's a whole
estate.
lot of real estate. Sign the contract. Yeah, yeah, man, just borrowing them seeds and Pelipper was swallowing them. That's crazy.
Yeah, trust me. Swallowing that seed on Route 119, innit? Yeah. I
Pause.
always do it,
Pause.
man. Why is it always me, bro?
It's always you.
Yeah, it's
Well,
always me.
Trust
I
me, we're
reckon
gonna
that.
start having to call you RV out here, innit?
Why always me? Bro was itching to get down my man.
That's mad. On 1119. Why always me, innit?
What is that? There's that one RV bar. How many times have I touched these kids? The whole op block's been molested.
Yeah, bro, I know that one, innit?
Oh.
That's funny. Oh, that's
Well,
funny,
before we
innit?
go too far in with the sus drill bars, is that where we all left it off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking
Yeah.
forward
Well,
to getting back into it as well. Pause.
Yeah.
Why does
Yeah.
this keep happening to me?
We'll
Why
keep going.
always me?
We'll keep going. Remember, your Chinese is on the way. Your Chinese is on the way.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll start with the sign offs here. Thank you guys very much for listening or watching or however you're taking in this podcast. Pause.
Bro, what is going on with this bloody episode, bro? My little boy is going to be sitting there going, what do you mean by that?
And the magic of it all is that it will go all over their minds, and we're all good. We're all good.
Nah,
We're
that's
still
mad.
family friendly. We're still family friendly
Of course.
to an extent. But yeah, thank you guys very much for listening or watching. We're over halfway through now. We've just got 2 more episodes left. So
Yep.
Yeah.
it's been a bit of a different series to Lazarus, obviously, because it's Emerald, and we've all played Emerald before. But we hope you're enjoying it just as much as we are playing it and making these podcasts still. And yeah, we will be back with you next week for the next one. So keep an eye out. Make sure you go follow us on all the socials. And Ace, I'll hand over to you.
Yeah. So just from me to sign off, thank you to everybody as usual. I think Spooks put in the group chat earlier that we are approaching 7K total views on the channel, which is really, really cool. Obviously, as you guys know, the interview with Mr. No is the highest view count at the moment. But we are still enjoying doing this, like I say all the time. This is just a hobby for us, but we would like to see a little bit more, just a few more numbers, a few more conversions, a few more subscribers. But if you don't want to, that's fine. We're going to be making this podcast every single week, regardless of whether we've got 1 subscriber or 1 million subscribers. This is how us 4 connect as friends and how we all enjoy Pokemon is through this podcast. Like Rushy said, and I do keep saying, sorry about the length of these podcasts. They might suit some people a bit more, because obviously Lazarus, we were touching 2 hours a couple of times. I think we had like a 1 hour 51 at one point. So whether you enjoyed a longer or shorter, please stick around. They will get a bit longer when we move into our next series, which is gonna be no mono run series. Me and Rushy were talking about it earlier, and it's gonna be nice to just build a team and just really go with it. But yeah, that's me rambling on as usual. Just to sign off, thank you so much, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, and share it about. Tell a friend to tell a friend. But yeah, Mac, I'll pass it on to you, brother.
Yeah, not a whole lot for me to say. You know, you boys always wrap it up quite nicely. So yeah,
Pause.
I was waiting for that. I encourage that, man.
It's
I
not me,
knew
bruv.
that.
I've got 3 kids, innit?
But yeah, as I said last time, thank you to everybody that's listening in the car, in the van, in the front room, in the bath with your dad, wherever it might be. Thank you for listening. And the only man that can do the outro the correct way, Spooks, finish us off. Pause.
Yeah, I will. I will do that indeed. And I just want to just quickly just voice on Ace's opinion before I do sign us all off and I wrap us all up. And that is the case of like, please just check out everything that we've got going on. We've got Facebook, we've got Spotify, we've got YouTube, we've got Instagram, we've got our link tree that pins you all into, do you know what I mean, to one place. All you got to do is one click and everything's there for you. Join our Discord, do you know what I mean? It'll be grand to see some of you guys in there talking, chatting amongst yourselves, chatting with us. And maybe there could be a time where you guys think like, do you know what? I really want to see you boys play this game, because I think that would be really sweet to see, like just your humor and everything, you know, your personalities clashing on this game. I think you really enjoy it. So we're always there for suggestions. Like multiple times as there's through this episode, like, you know, Ace has said, you know what, let us know if this Pokemon does this or this gym leader does that. That's what we want. We want to interact with you guys a lot more. But by saying that, thank you for watching all of the episodes and listening. And if you're watching on YouTube or if you're listening on Spotify, go check it out. If you don't have that, just ask your mom, ask your sister, ask your dad, ask your brother. And if you don't have any of them, all you got to do, like always, is just ask us. And just that's all you got to do. Just ask us and we'll sort you out. But and by saying that, good evening, good morning, Benito. Take care, everybody.